Did you know that 74% of Americans who deal with what society labels as severe disabilities actually bear what are known as invisible disabilities? No wheelchairs, no hearing aids, no visible assistive devices, nothing to signal the challenges they face daily. In a world where appearances often shape perceptions, these individuals navigate life's complexities with resilience, all while their hidden struggles remain concealed from the outside world. There was a study done at UMass Amherst that revealed approximately 10% of all Americans carry these invisible disabilities, making their existence far more prevalent than we might imagine. On a global scale, roughly 1 in every 8 individuals carries an invisible burden. Now, if we bring these statistics closer to home, that translates to an estimated 148 cardinal team members who come to work every day managing their invisible disabilities. I stand before you today as one of those individuals, offering not just my personal story, but also a perspective that aims to illuminate the world of invisible disabilities. But first, let's define what we mean by invisible disabilities. According to the Invisible Disabilities Association, these are physical, mental, or neurological conditions that may not be evident to you, but can limit or challenge a person's movements, senses, or daily activities. They encompass a wide range of conditions, from mental disorders to epilepsy, hearing impairments to diabetes, ADD and ADHD to dyslexia, and so many more. For me personally, I navigate life with 4 neurological and 2 mental disorders that trigger involuntary muscle spasms in my tongue and throat, sometimes escalating into full facial seizures, dizziness, and loss of use in my arms and legs. These symptoms intensify during times of heightened anxiety and stress. Today, I'm here to share my journey and how I balance my full-time role at work, my responsibilities as a BRG chair, and maintaining a healthy social life through open and honest communication with my team leads and HR professionals. Let's take it back for a moment. In November 2022, I began experiencing strange symptoms, starting with unexpected tongue twitches while talking to team members and residents. Concerned, I quickly scheduled a doctor's appointment, even if it meant missing Thanksgiving with my family. The doctor ran numerous tests, but the actual condition I had wasn't initially considered. Frustrated with the lack of progress, I relocated to Salt Lake City on the advice of my specialists. With their help, I received a diagnosis and a plan to improve my quality of life. Initially, like many with invisible disabilities, I stayed silent out of fear and uncertainty. However, a conversation with one of my mentors here at Cardinal prompted me to seek help from HR under the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. This step led me to a reasonable accommodation that helps me bring my best self to work every day. This journey taught me the power of advocacy, the importance of open dialogue, and what it means to create an inclusive workplace. While I'm still learning each day about my new normal, some things that I have taken away during this journey is to take life one day at a time, live in the moment, speak up, and most importantly, listen to your body and seek professional assistance if you feel something's not right. Why do so many people with invisible disabilities keep their challenges to themselves? Often, it's fear that their conditions might be perceived as obstacles to their career advancement. SHRM, the Human Resources Trade Organization, did a study that revealed nearly 47% of workers with invisible disabilities have not disclosed their disabilities to their workplace, citing various reasons. Of that 47%, 35% believed their coworkers would scrutinize their behavior. 33% believed their coworkers would think they can't do their jobs fully. And 32% believed their coworkers would talk behind their backs. I'm here to debunk that notion. Navigating the workplace with invisible disabilities doesn't hinder your personal growth or success. By nurturing open and honest communication with trusted individuals, whether it's your team lead or HR professional, you can adapt your work environment to meet your needs while continuing to excel and support the business. Now, let's tackle some misconceptions or questions that may arise. First one, how can you be sure someone has an invisible disability? The truth is, you won't know unless they speak up. To encourage openness, we must foster a psychologically safe environment, rooted in core values number 2, building open and honest relationships with communication, and number 4, being a team player and respecting those you work with. Team leaders can cultivate this by actively listening, engaging, and asking questions. Individuals should decide how much they're comfortable sharing. In my case, my strong pre-existing relationship with my team leads made it easier to open up. Their compassion and understanding, even before I requested accommodations, played a pivotal role in my decision to speak out. Number 2, as a leader, you may want to know if you can ask for proof of this invisible disability. Asking for proof of a disability is not permissible. However, if a team member requests a reasonable accommodation, you can guide them to their HR professional to initiate the paperwork required for establishing these accommodations. My journey with an invisible disability led me to seek advice from a mentor who recommended engaging with our HR department to explore options to make my work environment more accommodating to my specific conditions. It was through this process that I became aware of the reasonable accommodations available through our HR department. Number 3, the requests for accommodations are outrageous and will hinder the day-to-day of my community or department. Team leaders alone can't determine accommodations. Medical professionals, HR professionals, and team leaders collaborate to decide reasonable accommodations without causing undue hardship. Personally, it was challenging to open up to my team leads and HR professionals. Admitting that I needed help wasn't easy for someone like me who's more inclined to offer help whenever I can. However, the support I received, not only from them, but also fellow team members, was incredible. Our organization's core values inspired this solidarity, and it empowers me to share my story with you today. Now, I want to encourage and empower team members with invisible disabilities to speak up and request accommodations that can improve their job performance. Having an invisible disability shouldn't limit your potential. Your disability doesn't define you or your career. You have support and advocates, like me, your team leads, and HR professionals, who want to see you succeed. For our team leaders, I challenge you to keep an open door policy and check on your team members frequently. Make sure your team knows you are there to support them and see them grow. This simple action is the first step to team members feeling comfortable and empowered to speak up and ask for help.